Alright, welcome back to another review. It's me, Samuel. We're back in again with another Action Movie Month review. And today, we're reviewing another film from Sylvester Stallone. Came out in 1986. It's called Cobra. Starring, like I said, Stallone, Bridget Nielsen, Brian Thompson as the Night Stalker. Poppy from Seinfeld's in here too. He plays his partner in crime in the movie. You know, the first time I watched this movie, I laughed my ass. I was like, "Hey, is that Poppy from Seinfeld?" I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, I keep thinking of that dude from Seinfeld. I was like, "Oh shit, it's Poppy. He's fucking Stallone's partner in crime, man." I remember that episode when Poppy was he's this guy who runs this restaurant and shit, and Jerry, his girlfriend, went there, and his girlfriend is a big fan of Poppy and his food. And this one time, Jerry's in the bathroom, washes his hands, and Poppy is coming off the toilet after taking his shit. He doesn't even wash his hands. He just walk right past it, and he just goes out there and start fucking making a dough with his bare hands and shit. Even with his ring on and shit, you know. I was like, "Oh man, that's fucking disgusting." And Jerry's like, he's not eating that shit. But anyways, yeah, this movie came out in '86, and I'm surprised this movie didn't get a sequel or anything like that, because this made a lot of money in the box office, especially for the 1980s. A film that made over $102 million with a $25 million budget. That's a lot of fucking money. How did this not get a sequel? I never understand that. It's very confusing and mysterious and odd. And I read on Wikipedia that something about, let me see here. It says something like, it says right here that in 1987, Canon Films, along with Warner Brothers, attempted to make a sequel, Cobra Part 2, but the film never materialized for some reason. So they're telling me you guys couldn't come up with an idea for Part 2 of Cobra? I don't get what's so hard of an idea to come up with an idea for Cobra. They couldn't come up with something? And this movie is written by Sylvester Stallone, and it's directed by the same guy who did movies with Stallone, like the Rambo films. So what was so hard to write a sequel to Cobra? Because this made a lot of money. This movie was a hit in the 80s, so what stopped him from making a sequel? Stallone could come up with the idea, or that could be it also, but it's strange. It made a lot of fucking money, man. It made a lot. So I have no idea. I had no fucking idea. It's odd. But I find this movie to be pretty decent, in my opinion. I find it to be pretty decent. I'm not really crazy about this movie that much, And this is not the first time I watched this movie. This is the third time I watched this movie. Because the first time I watched this movie, I thought it sucked. Then the second time, I thought it was alright. Now I think it's decent. And that's higher than alright, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm not that crazy about this movie like that, like everyone else is. Everyone says one of the best films, this and that. It's in their top 5 favorite films or top 20 favorite action films, something like that. They have it, I don't know. Everyone have it in my top 50, to be fair. I mean, like I said, I don't hate it. It's just can't really get into it like that, And this movie's not really that long. It's an hour and 27 minutes, which, thank God. I don't want a movie to be too fucking long. 2 hours and 30 minutes, like that fucking Blade Runner movie. That sequel Blade Runner movie. Why was that shit so fucking long? 2 hours and 42 minutes of just walking and talking. Half that shit should have been cut out. Yeah, I know. I'm still ranting about that garbage. That's how bad it is. I keep ranting about it in different fucking videos, different reviews. I keep ranting about that garbage. But I will watch this and watch that beast of shit any day. Fuck. But what really happened here is that a long time ago, before Cobra, Stallone was going to do Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, that's right. He was to do Beverly Hills Cop, and he turned that down because he wanted something more serious and dark, which that turned into Cobra. Because the studio didn't want Beverly Hills Cop to be something dark. So then later on, it turned into a comedy with Eddie Murphy, which it was still a pretty good fucking film. It was an action comedy film. It still was pretty fucking good. It was a smash hit. And they made, sequels. The second one was good, but the third one was awful. Oh, nobody ever talks about the third one. Nobody ever talks about that bullshit. Only the first two. That's all they only talk about. We all make a leave the third one doesn't even exist. But it's still a shame how this movie never got a sequel. The sequel probably could have been better than the first one, probably. So it all starts off where, what happens? This fucking asshole crazy serial killer guy. He's not a serial killer. He's just being a fucking asshole. He goes to this convenience store. Oh, was it a convenience store? No. It was a grocery store. He goes in a grocery store with a shotgun, starting a bunch of bullshit, being a fucking douchebag. He shoots one of the fucking civilians and shit. And the cops are like, all right, let's call Cobra. We're a bunch of pussies. We don't want to go in there and start any trouble. So they decide to call Cobra, and Cobra take care of this fucking asshole. You know, he does his little sneaking around and shit, Cobra, you know, to get this asshole. You know, that does this and that. You know, he drinks this, what's it called? Some can of beer. He opens the can of beer, he drinks it a little bit, and he just throws it to distract the guy. The guy shoots it because, you know, distract him. So he goes over the other way, and then, you know, goes right behind him and shit. Cobra's pointing the gun right behind him and shit. He was like, well, what was he saying? What's that best line he says? You're the disease, and I'm the cure. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking killed that guy. Then, like, afterwards, fucking Stallone and Poppy, you know, leave the place, and this dumbass reporter comes out and says this and that about why would you kill the killer or something like that. Then fucking Cobra grabs his ass and shows him the dead body of why he killed the killer. Fucking retard. Then later on, shit happens with this. Oh yeah, before that, fucking Cobra was going home in this nice ass looking vehicle, badass looking vehicle, you could call it. You know, the Cobra mobile. He's fucking driving home and shit. And yeah, you know, he has a really cool getup too, man. I really love the way he's the clothes he wears in this movie, man. The style he has. You know, the awesome badass cop shades and shit. You know, the cool hair, you know, the cool black clothes and shit. I really like that getup that they had for this character, that he had for it, you know. So, you know, he tried to get his parking spot, and these fucking Mexicans are in the way, so he had to fucking push him out of the way with his car. And this fucking douche, skinny Mexican guy gets out and starts some trouble, and he told him, what did he say something about? Oh yeah, fucking Mexican guy smoking a cigarette, and Stallone's like, you know that's bad for you, you know. He said, what do you talk about? I'm bad for you. He rips his shirt. Ripped that dude's shirt. I know for sure he bought that shirt from a dollar store. So, Dollar Tree. So, after he ripped his shirt, you know, the guy peed his pants because he's scared of him. You know, he's going to get his ass kicked by Cobra. So, Cobra's going back upstairs, you know, chills out in his apartment, and he grabs a scissor. He cuts the pizza with a scissor. Yeah, he has like this leftover one slice of pizza left in a box or something like this. Yeah, he just eats it, and he just turns on TV and watches the news or something. And this Toys R Us commercial comes on, and then all of a sudden the news comes on. Now that's pretty good to his transition right there. That's pretty realistic. I wish there's more movies like that. You just all of a sudden you watch a commercial, and all of a sudden the news comes on. People don't know how to write these days. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, yeah, the news comes on about this Night Stalker guy, played by Brian Thompson. And Brian Thompson does a really good job in this film. Even though the stupid thing about it is that he auditioned for this role like 7 times. Several fucking times he auditioned for the role. Because, yeah, right here. This is what it says right here. It says, what it says here, that on his 4th audition, he met Stallone. Both he and the director thought that Thompson was too nice to play the role of Night Slasher. Too nice? How's he fucking too nice? Then they had to test him out and shit, and turn out he actually fits the role and shit. How the hell he's too nice? He has that fucking evil face. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Too nice. What the fuck? It's good that Stallone was there, man. He got some fucking goon to play the main villain. Like that movie Ghost Rider. You saw that fucking dorky guy they got for that movie? Some wussy. Well, anyways, yeah. he auditioned for the role 7 fucking times to play Night Slasher. And also, he didn't show up for the premiere because Warner Bros. Didn't invite him to the premiere. You know, he was the main lead of being the bad guy. Somehow they didn't invite him to the fucking Warner Brothers premiere of the movie. So he had to buy his own ticket and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You're telling me Brian Thompson played the main villain, but somehow he doesn't get a ticket to the premiere? He got to buy his own ticket to see himself in a movie? What the fuck? And he says it's like a mystery to him still. To this day, he says it's like a mystery to him. How the fuck you not invite the guy who played the villain? The main villain at that. But whatever, I'm not Warner Brothers, so I don't... They're a bunch of fucking retards. Like, Did he not get along with them or something? I don't know what happened with that. It doesn't say. It's fucking weird though. Well, anyways, yeah. He's watching this shit about the Night Stalker or some shit like that, and goes around stabbing weak people because that is what he says at the end of the movie about we kill the weak and have more strong people in the world or something like that. That's not how you do it, you fucking idiot. You gotta fucking train these weak people to become strong people. That's what you had to fucking do. But no, let's just do it a stupid way. Just go around killing weak people for no fucking reason. That's how these fucking serial fucked up people do. They do some weird fucked up shit. In real life also, they do a lot of fucked up shit just like Brian Thompson's character does. So yeah, he goes around fucking stabbing random ass people. Most of them like blonde women or something like that. He goes around stabbing them. Yeah, he does kill like a lot of dudes too. He kills a lot of them too. Is this and that. And then he killed this fucking model played by Bridget Nielsen. Bridget Nielsen, I'm not really crazy about her as an actress. She's just this regular fucking... She's more of a model than a fucking actress, to be fair, you know. I'm not really that big on her as an actress. It's just, I don't know. I'm not really that crazy about her, you know. A lot of people like her as an actress, and I only see her as just a model, to be fair. I don't really see her as an actress. She became an actress because she was a great model, and she's like... Not a great model, what I'm talking about. She's like alright model. She's like decent model. She wasn't like the hottest model in the world or anything like that, but she wasn't bad looking. Oh yeah, we had these weird scenes where they keep showing these robots or something like that. Every time you hear that music, do 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 do, they keep showing these robots popping up in the music song, like do 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 do. Like, what the fuck's with this robot, Stallone? What the hell's going on here? Is this Rocky 4 or Cobra? And this came out before Rocky 4, just to let you know. I already had that robot in there, like Happy Birthday, Polly. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's with Stallone and robots? I don't get that shit. Is Stallone a robot himself? Is he RoboCop? Like, what's with him and fucking robots? And I always wanted a robot in my house, you know? But anyways, fucking robots and shit. And now fucking, what was his name? Night Slasher, Night Stalker. Yeah, is it Night Slasher or Night Stalker? Fuck, which one was it again? Was it Night Slasher? Oh shit, I said the name wrong then. So yeah, Night Slasher, he fucking goes to try to kill Bridget Nielsen. You know, she plays a model, just like her in real life, she's a model. And she's just basically playing herself. And Night Slasher goes to try and kill her while she's in the garage parking lot or something like that, talking to this dorky guy, trying to ask her on a date, and this dude gets fucking murdered. And then she runs to these fucking clowns, and this fucking dorky security guard tried to protect her, and he's trying to kill them with his pea shooter while they charge at him with this fucking van. I'm like, dude, stop trying to shoot at the van and jump out of the way, which he doesn't. He gets hit by a fucking van just trying to shoot them with his little pea shooter. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Jump out of the way, you idiot. Which he, like I say, he doesn't. He get hit by a van, he dies. I'm like, what the fuck? Whatever. Fucking idiot. Fucking dumbass cops like in this fucking movie. But anyways, yeah, that happens. She escapes, and fucking now she's like in the hospital and shit after that whole crazy thing happened. And now, you know, the Night Stalker or Night Slasher, what do you want to call him? He has to like disguise himself as a janitor while he killed the real janitor guy. He had to kill him, take his glasses. Now he's this nerdy janitor guy, and basically he's like cleaning the floors and shit, you know, while Stallone's at home at his apartment, trying to figure out where this asshole's at. We're trying to find some clues. And they trick Poppy into going to fucking Stallone's fucking detective room at the headquarters at the police station. He's like, well, you told me to come here. What are you talking about? Oh shit, go back to the hospital right now. So the fucking, yeah, go right back to the hospital. But these guys fucking ambush Stallone at his apartment, and Stallone had to fucking shoot these clowns. Bah, 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 and shoot these motherfuckers. And fucking Night Stalker is trying to kill Bridget Nielsen in the fucking hospital and shit, chasing her around with a knife. And she got away in time while she hit the fire alarm, and now fucking Brian Thompson had to make leave. He's like a regular janitor again and just walk away because he don't want to get fucking arrested or killed right away like that. Because he wanted the movie to end too shortly like that, you know. So he had to like make leave. He's a fucking janitor guy and walk out of the building because the fire alarm went off. So yeah, so that happened. What else fucking happens in this goddamn movie? And like the other scene where Stallone in this car chase scene, and this one scene where he pulls his car into reverse and drives backwards and starts shooting the motherfuckers and stuff like that. That was a pretty good scene. I really enjoyed that scene, the whole car chase scene. You know, it felt like Bullet, the movie from '68. Yeah, they came out '68. Bullet with Steve McQueen. Yeah, I really enjoyed that scene, the car chase scene in this movie. Afterwards, fucking Stallone's like talking to cops saying, well, we gotta get out of the city and shit like that. Get away with these fucking clowns. These like dumbass cops don't understand about these fucking criminals and shit. You know? They're like, oh, we're really protective around here. It'll be just fine. No, it won't, you fucking idiots. No, it fucking won't. Then like fucking Cobra gets in a fight with this fucking four-eyed nerd. And he almost whoop his ass and shit. Or talks about his dumbass shit out of his mouth. So now they decided to get out of the city, and it was like him, Poppy, Bridget Nielsen, this other bitch, which she's really, working for Brian Thompson's ass, which they don't know that till like later on and shit, you know. So, they go there, go to a restaurant, fucking Bridget Nielsen is like fucking, like Cobra said, that she's drowning her fries in ketchup or something. She puts like whole tons of ketchup on the fries. I mean, that's a little too much ketchup, isn't it, Bridget? She put like a whole bunch of that shit on there. I'm like, god damn, I'm like, what the fuck? I guess she really loves ketchup, huh? That's a lot of ketchup. It's like that's a lot of fish. So, anyways, yeah, that happens and whatnot. Fucking Brian Thompson and his boys are on a motorcycle looking for Stallone, where he went in the city, this and that, and fucking he's like fixing up his gun, this and that, putting his gun together and stuff like that, setting it up, put a laser eye pointer in there and shit. Bridget Nielsen can't sleep, and they start smooching and shit. The next day, everyone woke up, and this fucking big poofy haired bitch, she was working with Brian Thompson the whole time, so she was like telling where they're at, and like, they're over there, this and that. So they had this big shootout, all these people on the motorcycle showing up with the guns and shit, a whole bunch of them. But this one scene I didn't really like. I mean, I did really enjoy it. It's just that the problem is that when Stallone shoots at these guys, they just fall off their bikes. No bullet holes in them, nothing. They just fall off their bikes. I mean, I understand they're probably dead when he shoots them and shit, but where's the bullet holes? Why is no bullet holes pop on their chest when he shoots them, I like to see bullet holes like pop on their chest and then fly off their fucking motorcycle, not just fly off their motorcycle like it's the A-Team show or something like that. And everybody fucking lives. I was like, what was with that? Like they just fly off their motorcycle. I don't see no bullet holes on them or anything. Even the part he's like on the pickup truck and Bridget Nielsen's driving away, and he's like shooting at them and shit, standing on the pickup truck shooting at them, and he just fly off with no bullet holes in them and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get that scene. Like, did they forget to add the bullet holes on their chest when they shoot them and shit? Like, I don't get that. They completely forgot that part. So, yeah, that happened. Then they go to this factory and shit. And still had the shootout going on there, this and that. Poppy got fucked up. Which I thought he died, but he didn't die. He just got shot up in the leg. I thought he fucking got wasted. But he actually lives at the end. He just got fucked up in the leg. So later on, like I said, they're at the factory, the shootout's there, this and that, and fucking Stallone gets a fight with Brian Thompson's big goofy ass, gets in a fight with him, and he's like talking to him, fucking Brian Thompson saying his speech about the weakest and the strongest people, this and that, we kill the weakest, and the strongest will live out, or something like that. It's crazy ass shit he says. And this fucking big poofy haired bitch jumps on top of fucking Stallone. Stallone kills her, shoots her in the fucking stomach, and then he gets in a fight with the Night Stalker, and they have their knives out and shit. And he fucking throws Brian Thompson on the hook, like he throws his ass in the fire. That's it. He dies. So yeah, that happened. And at the end, talks to cops, blah blah blah. Fucking Poppy's going inside the fucking ambulance. He got fucked up. Which, like I said, I thought he died, but he didn't die. So he goes in the ambulance and drove his ass off. And fucking, what else happens? This cop, oh yeah, he was like, well, I do need a new car. I need a replacement. They're like, oh, we don't have the budget for that. So what's the point? I'm trying to help him out, you dickhead. So at the end, fucking Stallone and Bridget Nielsen drive off on a motorcycle, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. But like I said, it's a pretty decent film. You know, I didn't have that much problems with it, besides the whole, motorcycle scene where Stallone shoots at these people on the motorcycle and they just fly off with no bullet holes in them. Unless I missed something, I don't know. Yeah, I was like watching it. Like I said, he was like shooting at them and he just fly off their motorcycle like it's the A-Team show. Like, I like to see bullet holes in them and then they fly off the motorcycle, not just shoot them and he just fly off the motorcycle. Like, what the fuck? But that's like the only problem I had is that. But I still enjoy this movie for what it is. It's a pretty good film. It's decent at best. It gives like a 6.5 out of 10. Like Dread, I do like both movies. It's just that I'm not crazy about them like everyone else is, But yeah, pretty good film. I wish Brian Thompson had like better roles at the Cobra. I mean, there's like Lionheart with Van Damme. I never watched that one yet. I watched a lot of Van Damme movies, but that's the one of them I never watched yet. He also had another Van Damme movie called The Order. Yeah, he's like in a lot of Van Damme movies. He was in Mortal Kombat. He played Shao Kahn, but that movie sucked balls because of an awful fucking script, and awful actors. He was like the best part of the movie. It's just that the writing was just awful, and the fucking CG was terrible also. It's like everything's just very low budget in that movie. And it's 97. I understand it's had really great graphics, great looking shots of the film, this and that. I understand that, But they could have did a lot better with the writing, honestly. Even 95 still holds up to this day, But Annihilation does not. At all. Annihilation does not hold up. It is fucking awful. Like, I don't know which was worse, that one or the 2021 fucking Mortal Kombat movie. Like, which one's fucking worse? I don't know. They're both fucking awful. The 2021 movie was fucking trash also. That shit was goofy. They made that shit too goofy. It's like I watched a Family Guy movie or something. Like, oh, God. God, that shit sucked. That Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. I did a review on that. It's like a commentary or something like that. And that shit was just fucking awful. I sit through an hour, 5 minutes commentating how fucking trash that shit was. It's like one of the worst experiences of my life. One of the worst. Not the worst. It's like one of the worst experiences of my life. I mean, I know Blade Runner 2049 is up there with that fucking movie, but that's one of them, though. That's fucking one of them. Ugh, God. Fucking Mortal Kombat 2021. What a garbage piece of dookie shit. But anyways, yeah, I wish Brian Thompson had like better fucking movie roles, like more better main leads, He's really good. He's a very underrated actor. That deserves way more than what he's got in his career, But he plays a great villain, but it's like the roles he gets sucks the way they give it to him. Like these other actors, like I can name a whole bunch of other underrated actors that doesn't get big roles. Like Mark Dacascos, like he's a normal guy, doesn't get like really big roles, I mean, he was in a movie called Drive, but that doesn't really get talked about much, doesn't really get talked about. Wasn't really a big role, but it doesn't really get talked about much. Or fucking, what's that other fucking movie of that fucking guy? But like I said, yeah, him and like Brian Thompson, the other fucking guy from that True Vengeance movie, I forgot what his fucking name was. He also only get like big roles either. He's another one that's like very underrated actor. There's a lot of underrated actors that just don't get that big roles, but these other people like Tom Holland of all people get fucking big roles though. What's so great about Tom Holland? He sucks. He's one of the worst actors I've ever seen in my life. He's such a fucking goofball. All these fucking dorky kids like him so much. I don't get it. But whatever, like I said, decent film. I enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy the action. But yeah. Also, I heard that a lot of stuff been cut out of this movie to avoid a rated X rating or something like that. And it was like a whole bunch of shit was cut out of the movie. A lot of like crazy shit was supposed to be in this movie. Another villain was supposed to be another villain in this movie besides Brian Thompson or something. It said, I think it was. Let me see here. I forgot which character it was. It was supposed to be a villain also, besides the Night Slasher. Check it out real quick here. It loads real fucking quick. Look at this shit. It takes forever to load. Was it him? I forgot if it was his character or not. Nah, it wasn't him. But I think it was supposed to be like someone else. It wasn't like a main villain or something like that. I think it was that Mexican guy or something like that when Stallone ripped his shirt off. Or he supposed to be like a main villain. He supposed to have some kind of tattoo on his stomach or something like that. It said there's like a lot of shit that was cut out of this movie. If they all kept all that in there, it would probably have been a lot fucking better, probably. I heard it was like a naked scene or something like that, or whatever the hell it is, some naked sex scene or something. They cut that out also. There's like a lot of shit they cut out of the movie and they left out of it because they want to avoid rated X. Because back then, it was the 80s. A lot of things were like very censored back then still, you know. Not like now, which everything's out in the public and stuff like that now with movies. I mean, things start to become censored again because all these fucking wussified people bitching and moaning about this and that, you know. They want a sympathetic villain, you know. But still, things are a lot more uncensored now than back then. Yeah, stuff was pretty violent back then too, but the settings were still censored still. Stuff was still censored back then also. Well, right now, they're trying to get censored again now, which I don't want that shit to happen. I don't want fucking movies to be censored. Fuck that bullshit, you know? But anyways, yeah, that's what I read. Something about this movie was, lots of stuff cut out of the movie and stuff like that, it said.